couple of days, so I'm just keen to kind of get a really quick appointment that I can get those scripts sent through, because I had a bit of a tiff with the staff and wanted a freedom of information, and the next thing you know, my appointment was cancelled. So I thought that was a bit coincidental, wasn't it?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Look, there's a message here from me regarding your appointment. Hang on. Okay, so they're saying that you need to speak to Richard regarding your medication, Richard. Richard Moore. So he's the doctor that you've been seeing as previously. Is that right?
Well, I mean, he's my main doctor, but I mean, I've been getting the medication off many different doctors there because he's not consistently there and he's overseas at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. Look, there's a spot that's been held for you for the 11th of April.
Pardon me?
Hang on, there's a spot that's been held. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to have a quick look. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to jump out of where I am for the minute. Give me 1 second, Richard.
No worries.
So because Richard's your main doctor, there's been there's been a bit of a delay with a bit of a back and forth between doctors in regards to the medication that you're needing.
Well, no one wants to put up with my shit and the bloody huge heinous train wreck that my life is because I'm in the middle of a conspiracy, and no one wants to dirty their hands with the business of me. I'm afraid.
There's been a spot put aside for you to speak with Richard on Monday at 2:30. I could book that one for you because I've got nothing today, unfortunately. But we know that Richard's your regular doctor, so we've actually put a spot aside for you so you can actually speak to Richard. Hang on.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you'd actually know then because you've got the freedom of information and the hospital report from my first hospitalisation that when I was depleted of my medication, I had a successful suicide attempt and was found with zero pulse, unresponsive, and saved by accident. So it's really not sufficient that this is the problem I'm having with Northside Clinic and the authorisations that are needed, is that first of all, some genius said you need to have weekly scripts, which has entirely fucked me up because I used to manage quite well on my own, and I have done for 49 years, thanks very much. But someone said I have to do it week on week, and that's caused a terrific problem because who's the other guy? Dr. Ed and another lady and someone else and someone else. You know, they're all aware of the huge, incredulous scapegoating that's going on with APRA and how I'm banned from them and how I made a valid doctor's complaint and the doctor lost his job. Now, I got no justice. All that happened to me was I was more damned into hell. What?
This is what I've got that I can offer you. It's a spot at 2:30 on Monday. It's being put aside especially for you. Did you want to take that appointment with Richard?
I will take it, but I'm just saying, and I wish to express that to deny me my medication for the next 4 days or whatever it is it's deficient. It's not good enough. There should be a doctor there today who can simply acknowledge that I pick this up every week and that they can just simply send it to the chemist. What's wrong with that?
I don't have a spot available today, Richard. I do have a spot that's been held for you for 2:30 on Monday. Okay.
You see,
that's all I can do for you. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna.
Who? I want to speak to the practice manager, please, because someone's coming up above this from the top. First of all, I had a freedom of information that I asked for 8 weeks ago, and she's hung up.
Thank you for calling Northside Clinic. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 000. Please be advised that we may be experiencing a high volume of calls. important to us. Please stay on the line and one of our support staff will be with you.
Hello, I just missed your name, sorry.
Brody, how may I help you today?
Hi, Brody. I think I got handballed from the lady who was taking my call to you. Is that correct?
I don't know who I'm speaking with, sorry.
Well, she's put me on hold. I needed my medication today, but she's not going to have an appointment for me until Monday. I've got a few issues here. One is that I've been without my medication for a few days already. And another is that some genius said I have to have weekly appointments. They're never kept. And I forget because I've got a brain injury, which has never been acknowledged from the suicide that happened over a year ago. Now,
Who am I speaking with, sorry?
it's Richard Mclean.
Thanks, Rich. Yeah, so you've got an appointment on Monday with Richard. We unfortunately are not able to help you before then. The advice has come through.
Yeah, who advised that? Because there's a couple of things going on here that I just wish to mention. And one of those is that I asked for a freedom of information over 2 months ago, and they said it would be within the next week. And now I'm getting messages from the practice manager without a signature, delaying, deferring, and denying that information to come from me. I've already filled out the form at 8 weeks ago, and I've been waiting for it. And I've said to them, it's not sufficient that that I have a brain injury, and I haven't even seen one psychologist or a mental health plan after I successfully suicided. That's just not accidentally not sending me somewhere. That's a pointed method at making me suffer. And that's what I think Northside clinics become for me, because Richard Moore's over it, and I've seen about 4 other doctors who could all just simply get on the phone today and send my scripts through, but no one wants to dirty their hands with the business of me. Now, I wish to speak to Irene, because now it's come to light that you haven't got that paperwork, and I have to fill out again. Now, I wish to say this. I am squatting. I only have a computer, a dog, and the clothes on my back. I don't really know how I'm going to fill out that form again. And I don't know the time frame it's going to take for it to get back to me. I haven't got time to delay, defer, and deny this, And I haven't got time to be non-acknowledged, especially in an innocuous email in which it's not signed, from the practice manager, who refuses to acknowledge my emails and who I've demanded to speak to a few times and is always in a meeting. Now, obviously, there's some systemic issues with me as a person. I think I'm being victimised, and, you know, all I'm doing is asking for help. And, you know, the mental health system punishes me by locking me up. I had to go on the run from the police. Now, I have a PhD, and I know more than that whole mental health team know. I know when I'm not well. I'm fine. They locked me up a few weeks ago, and they got the police and everything. The time before that, it was the SWAT team. It's a humiliating experience, and the whole thing is cooked to oppress me. Now, I'm not being paranoid or delusional. This is actually what happens. There is a great injustice happening here in that I am absolutely, gutturally poverty-stricken, and they're appropriating that for being, well, I am distressed because, you know what? I've got no food, and now I've got no medication, and I've barely got money to get medication. When I need healthcare, it's within the Charter of Human Rights with the people with a disability to have access to healthcare. In actual fact, it is for all Australians, especially when that medication is so important that I go a bit loopy without it. And last time I went without it, I had a successful suicide. You know this. The doctors know this. The doctors know I was found unresponsive with zero pulse. And they've refused to send me to a neurologist or even the decency of a mental health plan or a psychologist in not only a whole year, but over a year. I don't think it's sufficient, and I think that your practice manager has a bee in her bonnet, and when I demanded she speak to me yesterday, suddenly I get a text saying my appointment's been cancelled. Now, it all seems very coincidental to me that all I'm doing is legally asking for help. It's not coming. I'm holding you to account, or I will hold you to account, and you're coming down on me like a ton of bricks. I needed that medication 3 days ago. And I need an appointment every week. If it's going to be weekly medications, I need a weekly appointment. Does that make sense?
Absolutely makes sense, Richard. I'm listening to what you're saying here. Yeah.
I'm not being mean or anything. I know I've got a memory problem. I know that. I can't even feel my feet. I can't feel my feet. I've never been to a neurologist. I just can't believe the amount of it's not just like not acknowledging it. It's consciously omitting it.
So I've got a couple of suggestions that I'm in the scope of me being able to help you today. Is if you are able to come and collect a form, we can have a form here for you.
Okay, I've got to go. So I let this call. Sorry. Oh, it's gone. Sorry, I've just missed a call. I've got these very important calls. Look, what are we going to do about the situation of me not having medication today? Because, to be fair, I've not had it for 4 days, and I've been self-medicating with amphetamines that I've been getting off people. Pardon?
I've got a couple of suggestions for you if you're able to let me have a...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Do you usually get that prescription that we provide from the same chemist?
Yes.
Okay. You can usually, if you usually get a particular script filled at a regular pharmacy, they are able to give you, 2 or 3 days emergency supply, and you explain you have an appointment with Dr. Moore on Monday.
Yeah.
But he'll be able to give you a new script.
Okay. Well,
So that might help get you through until Monday. See how today is Friday.
yeah. Well, that's helpful, but it's actually it could have been avoidable, you know.
Yep. Okay. Let's just focus on how we can
the other one, in terms of the form, we can absolutely print it here for you. You can come in and sign it.
Are you able to post it out to me and I'll bring it in next time I come in?
Well, because you're coming in on Monday, why don't we just keep it here?
Oh, okay. Keep it there and I'll fill it out and then we'll do it again.
Yeah, because with any sort of those requests, we need a clinical sign-off, so we can't just action it without a GP input. So once you've filled out the form, we'll give it to Dr. Moore.
Oh, no. See, that's corrupt because it's actually Dr. Richard Moore who sent a report to HCF, my insurer, who's now denied my insurance. It's been a whole year. I've lost $75,000. And Dr. Moore says there's no conspiracy and he hasn't put in a request, but I have information that he did. So this is partly what I'm trying to find out. Now, if Dr. Moore oversees that, he's going to omit the bit that says he sent in the form, isn't he?
Not necessarily. So he can.
Well, he lied to me then.
I'm not sure. I'm not privy to the details. But this is the suggestion I'm making today. And if you receive what you're not happy with, the next thing would maybe needing to be a subpoena, because we can only supply what is clinical appropriate to supply to the patient. We can.
A subpoena? I'm just a normal guy.
This is what happens with everyone. It's the process. So it's not anything because you're Rich Mclean. It's anyone.
What's a subpoena? Is it? Do I have to get a lawyer? This is.
Possibly, yeah. But we haven't supplied you with the information yet, so you're worried about something that hasn't even occurred yet. So why don't we do the form in your appointment on Monday, and then talk to Richard in that appointment as well, specifically of what the information is that you're requesting, so that he is aware and he can action that.
I think it would be appropriate for all the doctors to just say a simple statement that says, we have not sent Richard to a neurologist or a psychologist or a mental health plan in an entire year since his suicide because, and then finish that sentence.
Okay, so not all the doctors have seen it, and not all the doctors are going to agree to that. But if those things are things that you have requested in an appointment with a GP, I would be following up with that particular GP, because if it's only with Richard Moore, then you've got an appointment with him on Monday.
It's a funny thing. If you've got a broken leg, it gets seen to in about half a day. But if you've got a brain injury or a neurodiverse situation, and especially if you've made waves at APRA with a doctor who didn't even have a ABN registered when he treated you with malpractice. All I did was stand up for myself, and I've been the one who's been scapegoated for it. I've been absolutely and utterly character assassinated. I'm sorry, I've got to go. I've got to get this call. I'll see you Monday.
Okay, no worries, Richard. Take care.
Hello?
Hi there, is that Rich?
Yes?
Yes, hi, it's Lexi here from What's My Claim Worth. How are you?
Good. How are you, Lexi? It's been a long time since I've spoken to you.
Oh, has it? Have we spoken before, have we?
Well, what's my claim worth? What's this again?
Sorry, it was just about an online inquiry that we received from you last night. Is looking into claiming for TPD insurance.
Oh, yes. Okay, yep.
Conversation. Yeah.
So are you a lawyer or what do you do? Who do you work for?
So we're like a claims assessing service. So we assess claims to see whether there's eligibility for workers' comp or TPD insurance or whatnot.
Okay, I've got two things to say right there. Can I stop you right there? I've got a situation at the moment where I'm talking to a superannuation company. I got a payout in 2008 and I always swore that I got more units of cover. Now I have the evidence of the first year of my employment and how much went to insurance and superannuation. By that calculation, it will show that I had more than 1 unit of cover. So the TPD was in 2008. That's 1 unit of $83,000, but it's 3 units at least that I paid for. That's another $283,000 plus interest from 2008 till now. I'm trying to ledger that with this company right now, and they're playing hardball. Now, I'm a homeless person, and I'm really trying hard to get this over the line. They're not willing to cooperate. And in addition to that, on another topic altogether, there's a work cover case that's been going for me for over a year. It's gone to WorkSafe, it's gone to Comcare, I've exposed corruption, and even I've spoken to the Attorney General because I've lost money under other of her portfolios, and it's at the AAT. Now, I have a brain injury from a suicide attempt. So, the Charter of Human Rights of people with a disability say we must have access to the law. Now, I've been fighting the government at the AAT, and the government wants to not pay me work cover, and they've got a 25-year experienced lawyer to absolutely smash me when I don't even understand what she's talking about. Now, I've had phone conciliations with them, and because it's a TPD, and because it goes back to February 2021, that's a bloody lot of money. And if it's a settlement or a TPD, it could be millions. So, I mean, they were partly responsible for my detriment and my vagrancy and my hospitalisation, which led to my suicide. So it all folds back on itself. What I'm going to ask for you is two things. If I send you the documents that I'm sending this superannuation company with the units of cover, can you calculate the amount of TPD that I paid and then follow it up with them? Because they're going to delay and defer and deny this. And the other question is, who is going to support me at the AAT when it goes to a hearing?
Well, with that, the last question, I don't believe, unfortunately, it's something that we will be able to help with, mainly because, as I said before, we purely deal with TPD, insurance claims, and workers' comp claims, and all of that. So I'm not quite sure.
It is workers' compensation. It's workers' compensation. Sorry? That's what it is. It's workers' compensation.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Sorry.
It's work cover. It's work cover. That's what you do. That's what you just said you do, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. In that case, then, yeah, we can certainly see if our lawyers can, assist with that. With the TPD insurance, we can certainly look into that as well. The only thing there, and correct me if I'm mistaken in how you described it, but you mentioned, how you paid, a certain premium and it should entitle you to a so-and-so amount and whatnot. That with what payout that you receive is dependent on what your cover amount is.
But that's what they got wrong. That's what they got wrong. So
yeah.
They got that wrong. They paid me at one unit of cover. I was insured for more than that. I remember the day when I was at the not inauguration. Sorry, that's an American thing. The day when you first go to work and you do all the paperwork and stuff. And I remember ticking the higher level of insurance. Now, when I had never really expected this to happen, but I had to do the TPD thing. And then I've always, and even going back to 2016, 17, 19, I've been fighting AFCA, First State Super, all these places that have changed names. But now I have the evidence in a Excel file of all of my wages and all of the money that went to insurance and my premiums. That will clearly demonstrate that I have had more than one unit of cover, and they've calculated it incorrectly. I can forward it to you. Have a look.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you'd like to.
Okay.
To give you our email address. So it's just, excuse me. So actually, let me just double check.
And I'll just get it. Wait on.
Yeah, sure.
It's not that one. It's not. I can't find the oh, there it is. Oh, there's so many things on the thing. Okay, so I've got it here. It's the underwriter's TAL. What's your email address there, please?
Yep.
Lovely.
So it's just send it to so it's just our general mailbox, which comes through to me. So it's just called hello HELLO at WMCW.
WMCW.
Yep. .com.au.
Yep.
And that will come.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, it's I'm a bit dyslexic. MCW.
Yep, for Charlie, W for whiskey. .com.au.
Yep. Okay. And what's your name, lovely?
Sorry.
What's your name, lovely?
Oh, Lexi, Lexy. So if you'd like to send that through to us, I can get my assessor to look into it a bit closely as well, and just see, what our firms can do for you.
And what is the payment of your firms? What's the terms and conditions?
For starters, we are a free service, so we don't charge anything.
Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you. Oh, hallelujah. God, that never happens, does it?
Yeah. The firms that we work with, so there is if you go on to speak with them and have a consultation, that's obviously free of charge and obligation free as well. But if you do take them on, any kind of, unfortunately I can't kind of detail any fees that they would have, just because we work with quite a few of them and they're all different.
So is there anything to pay at all?
Sorry?
Is there anything to pay at all? So have you got legal people who will go to this insurer and say, you've done this wrong, pay me out this money?
Well, yeah, they'd obviously have to look into it a bit more closely to see how they can...
yeah, of course, but you have people who can order that.
About it.
Who can order that.
Yeah. So we have, firms that specialise in TPD claims and complex TPD claims, and so they'd be able to hopefully be able to handle all of that.
It's quite simple. I've just explained it here. I've just simply explained it. I'll send it to you. And where does your company preside, or how many people are in it, or what is it?
So we're in Sydney. We're a small company, but we're kind of like what you would call like a middleman, I guess, between claimants and law firms. And so we work with a whole network of law firms around Australia, and we kind of take on the initial details of potential claims and all that kind of stuff, and then
you take a cut as the middleman and blah blah blah.
Well, yeah. So we have law firms that reach out to us, for help to find people who might need help with claims and whatnot. So that's what we do. We kind of source them for them.
Okay.
And then they take on a case if they specialise in that type of injury or illness or.
Okay, I've got something else for you, Dale. It's hello at WMCW. I'm going to send you something. It's HCF. Sheena Jack is the CEO of HCF. I'm just going to say quickly, HCF have refused to pay $75,000 to me because they keep changing the goalposts and say my work illness. This work illness was actually a conspiracy and to do with my work. Was prior existing. This is absolutely not correct. I'm going to say they conspired with AFCA to render me a vagrant. This is because my former partner is an ASIO agent and swore to ruin my life. It gets complicated. And so I'm just going to add a few things in here. One is, it's absolute unequivocal evidence of Sheena Jack, the CEO of HCF, and she actually condones this fraudulent email. It's uncanny, but as a scapegoat, see, I'm a scapegoat. I haven't got any rights. I can't go to the police. I can't be a whistleblower. I can't complain anywhere. So I'd like you to have a look at this on my behalf. And in addition to that, I'll just add a quick YouTube video in there of how the mob at AFCA, I'll just find it, conspired to keep me broke. Now, unfortunately for me, I attempted suicide in the hospital, and that's why I've got a bit of a brain injury now. And both before and after that suicide occurred, and I was still begging them to help. They actually just watched me squirm and be destroyed. And I'd had enough of it, and I called them out. I called them out in the public domain. And now I'm further scapegoated, because I'm seen as a dobber. I'll just try and find it. It's uncanny. You won't believe this story. So Tim Goss is one of the lead people at AFCA, and he... Oh, hang on. This is another one. So I've lost so much money. I'm millions of dollars in detriment, but I can't do anything.
Got my number there from the email. 040.
I just want to wait. Can you just bear with me for a sec? I'm going to find this Tim Goss one. Tim Goss. So if I just search for Tim Goss, it should come up. Here it is. There we go. Now the determinations from AFCA should have taken 4 weeks for a person with financial distress. That's their laws. That says it in their thing. So Tim Goss conspired with HCF to ruin me. Right now I'm homeless. I haven't got anything, and this is the way exploitation works. So I've put the video in with Tim Goss, and what I'll also put in is a medical report from Daniel McCurdy, and he was my doctor in 2019. Now, very early on, I had a diagnosis of schizophrenia, or what I agreed to was schizophrenia. I've been damned for it ever since. Now, I took some time off my PhD studies because Dr. Daniel McCurdy said I had a sore elbow. It wasn't because of my mental illness. McCurdy says I have sore elbow. So that's kind of evidence enough, really, that it wasn't a prior existing illness, and that it was actually what I said it was, which was... I'll explain it. I can explain it, but I just want to add one more thing in. Sorry if this is confusing you. Dr. Moore is my doctor, and he... I'll just give you evidence of the Australian Human Rights Centre free kicked $1 million to the other people. And I've got a letter that I sent to HCF that says it was due to a conspiracy to pervert the course of justice, and it was a the bad outcome of a sexual abuse case, which it was, which is the reason I left work. And in addition, I was framed in 2 VOCAT cases. One was a violent affray, and the other one was my child sexual abuse case. Now, both of them were... sorry to get complicated. I've got a complicated life. But this is why I left work. And it's a heinous kind of... I mean, what is it? It's just a huge balls up. I don't even know how to explain it, you know. Look, I'm just going to find this Dr. Moore one, because I'll just get it. Wait on. Where's the PDFs? Hang on, my computer's just going a bit slow. So, basically, I have evidence that all the doctors are saying this isn't a prior existing illness, and HCF to this day have refused to talk to me. They won't acknowledge me. They won't email me. And further to that, that I just can't believe I'm just scapegoated. I don't know what else to say. Wait, I'll just search for this more, and I'll search for PDF. Kind is PDF. Wait on. Sorry to be complex, but you'll realise what this means in a minute. This is Liz Lindbergh. This is the Human Rights Centre. Now, I've also emailed... I'll just get these couple of things. I can't remember what I'm sending to you. My computer is a dog's dinner. Yeah, so I'll just get those, and I'll just copy them in too. And you can see from the data and the doctor's evidence that it wasn't prior existing condition at all, and they still owe me $75,000 now. Dr. Moore has said, Richards has been a patient of mine regularly. He had an adverse outcome from a court case where he was a victim of sexual abuse. Being involved with a client who had also been sexually abused in the course of his work that impaired his distress. Richard finished up being admitted to a psychiatric hospital. This is because HCF and AFCA conspired against me. Where the discharge diagnosis was given as adjustment disorder. Now, that was given because it was a legal requirement to actually have me diagnosed with something to be in there. Otherwise, it would be illegal. So they're trying to not pay me the money, but I've also framed Sheena Jack with fraudulent documents. So I just got all that to show you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's true as well.
Okay. And in addition to that, HCF have someone else's bank details on when I log in. I don't even know why that is. And I've just put 2 more claims in because I've been oppressed by the police and they keep locking me up in a psychiatric hospital. And I'm totally fine. Like, I'm a bit nutty, but I'm totally fine. And they released me the next day because there's no point to have me in there. But it's just a disaster, Dale. I just need some help, you know? And if you can...
Yeah, well...
I mean, I've just shown you this thing. Sheena Jack, it's absolutely unequivocal evidence that Sheena Jack has overseen doctored documents that have explicitly had their dates changed, because I opened the PDFs and did an about info, and they were dated ages ago, but they were edited not long ago. That's fraud. So anyway, Dr. Moore wrote me a letter saying these triggers for his distress were related to recent events since beginning of 2021. So he's basically saying this wasn't prior existing. But even if I say that and the doctor says that, they're still prejudiced against me. So I don't know what to do. But I mean, I lost $1 million at the Australian Human Rights Centre. I lost $75,000 from HCF. I lost $1 to $2+ million at AFCA because I blew the whistle, and now they've banned me. And actually, that's the one thing I needed to send you. I actually wrote to the Attorney General Michaelia Cash because I'm losing all these millions under all her portfolio, and she identifies not the justice issue, but the fact that I sounded distressed. So, despite me pointing out to her that I don't need welfare or mental health help, I need justice, she said, "Sorry about your experience with work covering Comcare. Here's the number to Lifeline." And with that, she condoned the AAT meeting go ahead, and I'm going to fail it. I'm going to fail my work cover case, and I know it, and it's cooked from the top. You know what I mean? So I'll let you just have a look at those, because that's not going to be enough for you for the time being. But I think there's a huge... I've been waiting for an angel to come to me to acknowledge this, because I'm so clusterfucked, character assassinated. I'm banned from police. I'm banned from being a whistleblower. And I'm banned from even medical care. And I'm banned from complaining anywhere. I mean, you would think that if you had a fatal injury in a hospital, there would be conciliation. And I offered that to them. And they refused. The CEO of the hospital said, "Sue me directly," knowing I am framed from getting a lawyer. Because I'm banned at the Victorian Legal Bar. So it'll be interesting to know, you having cold called me, what your reaction's going to be to this unequivocal fact-based evidence.
Well, I've definitely received both the emails that you sent through.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. So, as I mentioned, I'll get it across to my assessor, and we'll definitely look a bit more closely into it.
Okay.
And
It's more than just a work cover case. It's actually a conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. I just want to put in one more thing, which is the Attorney General. So if I go Attorney General, and I'm demanding whistleblower status, but they just reject me. I begged them for... there's death threats at my door, I'm not safe here. Here's the Attorney General condoning my slaughter at the AAT. I've done a letter to parliamentarians. I've tried to get the CDD scheme, which is the detriment scheme from the federal government, and I've emailed Simon Birmingham, the finance minister, and they condone me to vagrancy. It's quite astonishing what's happening to me. I can't even get it through my head. I'll just quickly send you a few things. That's my response to the lawyer, because people have to act within a legal framework and with equity within the law, And this person at the AAT, the lawyer, is clearly taking advantage of me. I mean, it's brutal. This is me failed whistleblower at APH. I'll just put a few things in there because it's just so... I can't believe it. I need someone to help me and to interject in this situation, because if no one does, I'm already homeless, and I'm character assassinated, and I just don't know what to do. And I've even written to Minister Reynolds, who's the NDIS minister, and she actually condones me being a vagrant. She sent me to the homeless people, you know, and I've already been to the homeless people and they won't help. You know, because it's a government thing. Sorry to tell you that whole story. I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's good to get the more detail, as more detail as we can. Was that meant to come in another email?
Oh yeah, I've just sent it. It might take a couple of minutes to get through. It says it's sent at 10:19, but just double check that it comes through.
Okay.
Look, it's just a heinous oppression, and if I've actually done a whistleblowing website, just to complicate. If you want to look at the broader picture, because I think they were trying to kill me, and they actually did, and then covered it up and waited for a whole year, and I haven't even seen a psychologist in a whole year with a brain injury. I think they're trying to kill. They're obviously trying to attack me by proxy in the hip pocket. And I think they're trying to kill me. And they've exploited everyone against me. So I made a website called killhim.info. And it's my whistleblowing website. Oh, I'll just send you this too. Sorry, one more thing. I just saw it. Just happened to be here. Eliza from the... Oh, this will maybe explain it, okay? This is the detriment of suffered. I'll just forward it to you. So it's hello. So it is a superannuation thing. It is a work cover thing. So hopefully you can interject in those areas of your expertise. But it's also a much broader picture of the dignity of people with disabilities, you know, and there's laws around that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just sent you a really long letter. I sent you a really long letter that was sent to Eliza at the AAT. Explain. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave you with that. And sorry, what was your name again? I've got a forgetful brain.
No, it's okay. Lexi is my name.
Lexi, okay.
And as I mentioned, I'll get this across to my assessor, get them to confer with our firm further about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully it might take them a little while just to kind of get through stuff. So just bear with me. I'll get it looked into. Hopefully, I'll be able to get back in touch with you by the end of the day.
Oh, awesome! There's a lot of stuff there, but if you could just give me a brief call and say you're looking over it, at least we're getting some traction. That would be amazing, just for my peace of mind.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I've fought this alone for years, and it's really hard. Okay, thanks, Lexi.
Yeah. All right, no, not a problem. Thanks so much for speaking with me and for sending all of that through. And as I mentioned, I'll be back in touch in some way or other, but before the end of the day, at least to kind of update you on how.
Oh, great! That'd be amazing. Thanks so much. Okay, all the best. Have a good day. Bye. Lexi, eh?